How you doing? This is Dave Johnson here with North Shore Eats, and I'm sitting here with Jeff Mattia from Pyre Provisions. So we're going to talk about, one, when did you open? Two, what's the whole concept of the type of food you have, right? And before we get started, if you comment below your favorite kind of barbecue, you'll be entered into a contest to win a $25 gift card to Pyre Provisions.
Yep,
and that's
absolutely.
from Jeff.
Yep.
All right.
Looking forward to having you guys in.
Yep. So if you can start telling us a little bit about the kind of food. I'm actually getting that set up on here right now. So so when people comment, it'll actually go and enter them into the contest.
So Pyre Provisions, it was an idea I came up with of doing a southern barbecue smokehouse. I wanted to incorporate barbecue. I wanted to incorporate live fire and live fire cooking throughout all of our food.
Right.
So it was more of, that was the biggest thing, was like, how do we incorporate live fire? How do we use the smoker outside to do what we love, which is, and being very passionate about it, which is barbecue, but incorporate it into wood-fired grilled items, such as some of the vegetables on the menu, and end up featuring throughout all of the menu.
Right.
So I kind of like just two of our appetizers out here in front of you. This one is pimento cheese, which is very, very southern. Something that's done all different styles and all different ways down here in the South. We do them as fritters. They're deep fried. They're a little spicy, and the fire element comes through here by using all of the smoked chilies that we roast on the grill and char on the grill and puree them, which is the base to a lot of our food. Not that it's a spicy food, but we do utilize the chilies and let the chilies speak for themselves in the food, the way I think southern food and barbecue food should. You just took a bite of our smoked pork belly, which is 3 hours on the smoker outside, and then picked up on the wood-fired grill. Has a poblano cream corn with it.
I love pork belly. And a good pork belly melts in your mouth, and that's exactly what that just did. So, how long have you been cooking professionally?
So I started in 1994 cooking, working in local pizza restaurants, and then ended up in the Marine Corps, served 5 years in the Marine Corps, worked my way through those kitchens, and then went to Johnson & Wales professionally, and then maneuvered my way through New York City, New England, and then ended up down here.
Okay, cool. Now, you and your wife came up with the name, and it's called Pyre. I was calling it, I can't remember what I was, Pyre, I think is what I was saying, but it's really Pyre, so it's like fire but Pyre. Right?
Yes. So Pyre, so when we were trying to think of the name of the restaurant, we knew we wanted to do wood-fired, we knew we wanted to do southern smokehouse, we knew we wanted to have these elements part of this restaurant, so all the different fire names came out, and you're thinking about embers, you're talking about, we were talking about, I forgot some of the other ones, I think one of them was hot coal. I mean, we were just coming out with all different kinds of names. And one day my wife was scrolling through Instagram and she came across this quote from one of the famous chefs, James Beard, that we all look up to and all want to wear his medal one day. And he quoted, grilling, broiling, or barbecuing, whatever you want to call it, is an art. It's not just at building a pyre to grill meats to serve to the stomach gods. And when I saw that quote and I read the word pyre, it just immediately spoke of the restaurant.
No, that's a great name.
And the quote is actually on our website at pyreprovisions.com. You can read the quote, and we kind of encapsulate it with a fire background.
So, what is the favorite thing on the menu for your customers so far?
Well, we have two big features. If you look at overall appetizers, I think you're eating the two top ones right now. This is the smoked pork belly, jalapeno hush puppies, and the poblano cream corn. The pimento cheese also does really, really well on the menu. And then I think the fried Brussels sprouts by far are the number one running appetizer that we have on the menu. These fried Brussels sprouts are tossed with a sesame soy glaze. They have fresh jalapenos in them and a little bit of pork belly, and it's just really, really good appetizer. The main entree, I would say, would be our smoked brisket. We're very proud of it. If you can cook good brisket, you're a barbecue restaurant, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And our 18-hour process that we put our briskets through, which we're going to taste one after our daiquiri machine. Once you get through that brisket, it's 3 ingredients: salt, pepper, and garlic, and 18 hours with the right wood and just love. And our brisket, I think, is definitely one of our top sellers on the menu.
So do you do you do the whole packer, or do you do just the flats, and do you smoke them together, or do you separate them if you do the whole packer?
We do the whole packer, and what we do is we slice the flat up to when you get to that point, and then we actually turn it, and then we slice the other way, so you stay consistent long strip. We don't actually slice the point off. I think it dries it out. I think you don't get the moisture and the flavor you get when you leave the point on top of the flat.
So you cook it together, but then you slice it like you're supposed to.
Yep.
Now you also have seafood.
We do. We are a pescatarian-friendly restaurant. We have 2 fish items on the menu, oysters as well as royal red shrimp, which are a deep water Florida shrimp, which are delicious.
Look at this. Now I've actually never had, this is
fried pimento cheese.
Yeah, I've never actually even had this before. So I don't know if you can see that really good. That is super tasty. It really is. Wow.
So like I said, when we bring in the southern, I'm not from the South. I'm born and raised in New England, but I moved down here in 2009, and I've been in southern kitchens ever since, and I've always loved the southern style of food. So my biggest thing was, how do I adapt this restaurant to southern styles of different foods and show off the different ways? So instead of we do the pimento cheese this way, and we do a nice house-made bread and butter pickle chip that we serve with it, so that the pickle actually gives a chance to break up some of that heat and some of that acid.
So the corn is really unique too. That's really good.
So traditional style cream corn, and we add the roasted chilies to it.
That's what it is. Okay.
So you have our chili sauce, touch of our chili sauce in there as well.
So,
but not spicy.
No. I don't think any of it. I like really spicy foods, so I don't think any of it's that spicy. So if spicy bothers you, you don't have to really worry about that. But you get like a little bit of heat to add to the flavor. That's the way I would describe it. So you have a lot of menu items that are keto, gluten, all that kind of friendly, right?
Yeah, because of the way we set the menu up in the a la carte way it is, we have a whole vegetable section that we take a lot of pride in, and the vegetables all will stand on their own for sure. So yeah, gluten free. We're there for you. We're there for the keto. We're there for the paleo. We're all the different diets. We actually had a gentleman in recently that was on a carnivore diet and absolutely loved our brisket and had a whole plate of brisket.
So remember, if you comment below your favorite barbecue item, you'll get entered into a contest to win a $25 gift card to Pyre Provisions. And make sure you share the feed, like the feed, and that'll help Facebook get the feed out there to more people. So I'm actually getting ready to bring up your wine and your beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we can talk about happy hour a little bit.
Over to the bar next. Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, let's do that. All right, so they have a unique, at least the way the wine is here is pretty unique. And you want to tell us about that?
Yeah.
And then you also have, are those daiquiris?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay. All right, so we have daiquiri machines also. Here, let me crank this up a little bit. There we go.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, so let us know about your daiquiris, your wine, and your beer on tap.
Yeah, so starting with the beers on tap, we do 8 local beers. They're all featured here in Louisiana. We have 2 from Hammond right here on the North Shore. We have 2 from Lafayette, 1 right here in Abita Springs, and then 2 that are down in New Orleans. So we definitely support local and support all the local brewing that's happening in this great state.
Okay, cool.
And then what we go over to here, the next 2 towers that you see, we actually feature 4 whites and 4 reds. On tap.
That's the wine that's on tap. And these it's not a box wine type thing. It's really good wine.
It's really good wine. Like one of our tap Pinot Noirs is a J. Lohr Pinot Noir. We also have a Exum Bordeaux, which is an actually classic French Bordeaux. And both of those are actually tap wines, so it's very, very quality wine, which gives the guests a better experience to enjoy a glass of wine at a higher level, but not paying those crazy expensive prices of a bottle.
Right, because when it's on tap, every time you crack it to fill a glass, it's just like cracking a fresh bottle.
Yes.
It's not a bottle of wine that's maybe been sitting around a couple of days that you're getting the glass out of.
No, not at all. It's completely fed by nitrogen, and it it's as fresh the first time as it is the last time.
Right, because I know that's kind of a new concept, I think.
It's fairly new.
Yeah, not a lot of restaurants have it, so that's why I want to make sure.
But with our happy hour that happens every day between 3:30 and 6:30,
right?
We had discounted all the drafts. So the draft here, the daiquiris, as well as the wines.
Okay.
They're all discounted, and it's just a good way to give the consumer something to enjoy because it gives us a way to discount it.
So now your hours, you're open. How do your hours work?
So Sunday we're open for brunch from 10 to 3. Monday we're open for lunch from 11 to 3.
Okay.
And then Tuesday through Saturday we're open every morning at 11 for lunch until 10 o'clock at night. Okay.
So during your regular week, you're not open for nighttime during the regular week?
No, yes, we are.
We're open, all right.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
We're open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through
so
Saturday.
Dinner hours for Tuesday and...
Dinner hours are 5 to 10.
Okay, all right. I didn't catch that.
Yep. No,
all right,
fine.
and then your happy hour is...
3:30 to 6:30.
3:30 to 6:30, and that's every day you're open?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And so just to give people kind of like a landmark of where you're at, one, they should be able to pick it up because your building is very unique to all the surrounding buildings.
Yeah,
so,
it's what caught my eye when I was looking for a property for a restaurant.
Yeah, no, that's great. I didn't know if you put that together or if it was already like this. But you're right next to, is that Verizon next door? Or in Cafe Du Monde?
Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde. So if you know where Cafe Du Monde is, they're right next door. So you want to show us some other stuff too, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you get in a little closer, you can see that we have the 5 daiquiri machines. And these daiquiri machines all have fresh juice, premium liquors. They're not your typical daiquiris, so they have the Satsuma margarita, for instance, is fresh lime juice, fresh lemon juice, fresh Satsuma juice, all juiced by hand every day and then frozen. So and it's mixed with Casadores tequila, so it's a very premium tequila.
So it's not a real sugary type thing you might get in a regular daiquiri shop.
No, it is not.
Right?
No.
Yeah, because I know that's the thing that always gave me headaches all the time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you're using inferior alcohols.
Yeah.
So they're all, in our opinion here, they're all like premium cocktails, and we treat them like premium cocktails.
Nice. Okay, cool. Is there anything else back here that we should point out?
No, I think you caught the main features of them. We had the wines on tap and the daiquiris and the.
Okay. Did you want to go over some?
Well, I wanted to bring you out some of our fresh brisket.
Let's do that. Yeah, I'm ready for
all
brisket.
Right.
I love brisket. That's one of my favorites. And it's really hard to get good brisket.
Yeah.
So. Where do you want me to go? Back over here?
Back at the table,
right,
and I'll be right out with you.
All right, so we're getting about to get some good brisket out here. But I tell you what, this pork belly is good. It is really, really good. So let me lower this back down. All right, so. Yeah. It's live. It's okay. You can talk.
Can we put the chair?
Oh yeah. All right. So but yeah, everything is live that we do. We don't do any editing or anything. So if we mess it up, we mess it up live. So Jeff is about to bring out some brisket, but this pork belly. It is really hard to get pork belly at all, and it's extremely hard to get good pork belly. Pork belly should always, I don't like to use the word fat because some people don't understand. Like pork belly, when you taste it, the fat literally melts in your mouth like butter. So, oh man.
So I just here, real quick, brought you two snacks to try. This is our cheddar cheese grits, which have a blended jalapenos and cheese in them. And then we're over here cutting up, get the camera out of the way, cutting up this beautiful brisket, 18 hours on the smokers.
Yeah, this is like, I cut it with a fork, and it cut like butter. That is really good. Same thing. So you see that fat cap right there? That should melt in your mouth like butter, and this does. And that's hard to do. Like, I'm a barbecue guy, and I can't get my brisket like that. And I always thought my brisket was really good, but this is way better than mine. So
Well, we really appreciate it. And I mean, one of the things that we like to say here, and is all of our meats and all of our stuff is locally, is sourced within the United States, local farms. We're using organic where we can, black Angus briskets. So we're not using your typical just what you can find in the grocery store. We don't do that. So it's a really good product. It makes a better product at the end, and it really showcases itself all the way through with flavor.
No, it does. And then what is this?
This is our jalapeno cheese grits. So just baked grits, cheddar cheese on them, finished with some green onions.
So the bowl is kind of hot, but my hands are used to hot. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is an average side for us. So I mean, if you come in, that's easily shareable with 2 people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think all of our sides are that way. I mean, I don't want to say we had a steakhouse model to this restaurant, but kind of like it's a good way to conceptually understand it. You can have a half chicken or a plate of brisket, and you can offer with a side that you can share with your significant other, or 2, and it just works for the restaurant. It works the way the restaurant's laid out.
No, this is definitely top notch. So, I think I already asked you what your favorite menu item was, right? No,
Yeah.
your favorite menu item.
My favorite menu item is this brisket you're eating right here.
All right, I think I already asked you that.
It just took a lot of passion and us to put it out and make sure it stays consistent every day.
So, now you've been cooking professionally for 27 years, but you've been cooking longer than that.
I have. I mean, I was brought up in a very Italian family, so I was always cooking, always with my grandmother, so just working with her and doing what we had to do. So I mean, it was definitely something that you have to love this. If you don't have the passion in the industry, it'll show in your food and it'll show in your life. So
That's right. That's right. I mean, I love cooking, but I couldn't do it for a living. You know what I mean? I like doing it at home. And I know the most successful restaurants that I've talked to, they love cooking for other people and not just at home. You know what I mean? It's a big difference. So I don't know anything else to bring up. Truly, the food is phenomenal. It is some of the best barbecue I've ever had. And that's it, man.
we really appreciate it. Thank you for coming
I
and seeing us.
appreciate you having me out here.
No,
All right, thanks a lot,
absolutely.
brother.
Thank you. Appreciate
All right,
it.
thanks a lot. Remember, comment below for a chance to win a $25 gift card to Pyre Provisions or Pyre Provisions.
Pyre Provisions.
Pyre Provisions.
And check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and online, www.pyreprovisions.com.
Good point, and we'll have a link to their Facebook page in the description. Remember, this is where North Shore eats. Make sure you come and visit.